Hello, welcome back to SLIMMIN IT with me, Shelby. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I am actually going to show y'all my, if I'm actually going to put on makeup and get ready and go somewhere, this is the look I generally go for. I am looking rough today. My skin is breaking out like crazy. As you can see, I literally just had to pop 2 pimples right there. Yeah, I'm definitely not a makeup artist, so don't take any of this too seriously. This is just what I do if I'm going to do a full face of makeup. Let's get into the video. Okay, so first thing, I washed my face and I have been using the BioClarity skincare system. I'm sure you guys have seen that on Instagram or Facebook, like little ads for it. It's entirely plant-based and it actually works really well. This is not a good representation though, because like I said, I'm breaking out. I do have hormonal acne, so I'll have little bumps here and there, but usually like the week before my period is when this happens. But otherwise, for the most part, I have pretty clear skin. But just to add a little bit extra moisture to my face, because I do have really, really dry skin, I'm going to use this rose water spray. I like using a lot of it, and it smells so good. The next thing I'm going to do is use this NYX. You guys, is it NYX or NYX? I have huge pores, really all over my entire face, but my nose, inside of my nose, and right here, like huge. My pores are so big. I hate it. It's just a tiny little bit, probably like that much around my nose. And then I'll use it right here on my forehead, in the middle of my eyebrows. And then whatever's left over, I'll kind of put it under my eyes. The first thing I do is start with my eyeshadow. I always do like my eye section first, my eyeshadow, my eyebrows, and then I'll do the skin. I am using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm kind of running low, so good thing I just bought another one the other day. This one is in the shade Fair. I love a super bright under eye, like really bright, like noticeably lighter than the rest of my skin. It doesn't work for everybody, but I just really like that. So I just put little dabs on my eyelids, and then I use my damp beauty blender to blend it out. The palette that I always use is the Too Faced Peach palette. I didn't even purchase this. My little sister actually gave it to me, so shout out to Jordan. So the first thing I do is use the, how do these beauty bloggers do this? Is this shade here, which I think is called White Peach. Yeah, I'm using White Peach, and I'm gonna use this color called Georgia right here. And I just blend those two together and then go like all over my lid. Just kind of like as a base. You can hardly even see it because the light pale color matches my skin so well. So the next shadow I'm going to use, I go between these two here. One's called Puree and one's called Summer Yum. These two right here. And I kind of dab between the two of them, start on my like little corner here and push it up and just kind of blend it all in. Okay, next I'm going to darken it up a little bit. So I'm using the color called Charmed, I'm sure. It's this one right there. Okay, so let's start putting this color on. this side. And then I'll grab that first brush I was using, this big bushy one, and just kind of blend it all together. Next, I just use my finger, and I always love to have like a shimmery color in the middle of my lid. I just think it makes the color of my eyes pop, and it just kind of brings a little pizzazz to just like a plain matte look. So I tend to use this color right here, and all I do is go like this with my finger, and then I just dab it on my eyelid. And then in the dead center, like even with my pupil, I'll get this like super light one, that one right there. So I'm gonna take this color right here to like really bring out the middle. I just dab that. All right, next thing I'm going to do are my eyebrows. And I just use the Anastasia, the Brow Wiz, and this is in soft brown. So I'm gonna do that really quickly off camera because it does take me some time to get it just right. And then I will continue the rest after. Okay, so they definitely look super intense right now. I am not at all a brow expert. I'm not very good at doing my brows. My brows are also completely uneven. This one arches, this one's completely straight. So it's a tough situation. Okay, let's start doing the foundation. So what I do, like I said, I use the IT Cosmetics in the shade medium. This one is the illumination one, and I really do like this because it has the SPF, it has the SPF 50. So you're protected for the day. And this is a little bit dark for my skin right now, but that's okay. So I just put a little bit right here, like two and a half pumps. And then I use my finger and I just start putting it on my skin like this. And the places where I would normally want to be darker, where I would like put bronzer and contour, is where I put this. And I kind of use quite a bit of foundation, honestly, but works for me. And then don't forget to take it down your neck. Like if you want to use a darker shade on your face, that's fine, but make sure you blend that out because that'll look so tacky if you don't. And then I just use the excess and go like that down my skin. Then I take the fair shade of the Tarte Shape Tape and I go under my eyes, side of my nose, take this all the way down, and then I'll shape out where I want my like eyeshadow to be like a clean cut with the concealer, like this. Just like that. Do the same thing with the other side. Then I do a little bit here, just a touch, a little bit here. See, look how different of a color that is. It's crazy. So I just use, when I'm not tan, use this, it'll kind of blend out. Just like a little bit. It looks like I'm putting on a ton, but I'm really not. And then I go straight down my nose. And then I just start blending it out. So start from the bottom, I get my neck all blended in. And I even go like to the around to the side of my neck, up on my ears. You just want to make sure that everything is blended. Blending is like super important because yes, this is way darker than me, but if you blend it correctly, then you won't be able to tell so much. Okay, and then you wanna go here. Like I'm giving you guys tips. You can use these if you want. I've just got them from other professionals. Anyway, so bring it up. You're blending up towards the middle of your face. Don't forget the ears. And I go here. But with the Shape Tape concealer, you don't want to let it sit too long on your skin because it dries up. And then you won't be able to like blend it in as well. So I hold my hair back. I really get into my hairline. Because that's something else that I think that looks super weird is when you do like a darker color on your face and then your hairline's like freaking pale. And then I start getting the concealer involved. And with the concealer, I like really push it in. And then I use this other side and kind of get it to cut the eyeshadow. And then I spend about 35 minutes doing this. Just kidding, not 35 minutes. But I do spend a significant amount of time making sure that everything is blended. See, I'll even go like, especially if I'm gonna wear my hair up, I'll even go like behind the ear a little bit to this back side of the neck so that everything is blended. So as you can see, my under eye is bright and it's a lot lighter than the rest of my face, but I like that. That's the look I go for. It's not for everybody, but I like it. The next thing I do is I set my under eye. You guys, this is not a popular brand. City Collection Matte Highlight Powder. I got this at like Ross or Marshall's or something. Oh Lord. So I just dab that and go under my eye like this, which makes it even brighter. I just love a bright under eye. Like, I just think it looks so good, especially when you're taking pictures. I just put it on any of the places where I've put concealer. And then I kind of like go like this and blend that. Next thing is bronzer. I've heard really amazing things about it. I see it all over YouTube, people using it in their like tutorials and stuff. So this one's the Butter Bronzer and it smells so good and it works amazing. It blends so beautifully. It looks like just this natural, like gorgeous bronze. So I use my Real Techniques powder brush and I go like this. And I always like pull my hair back tight because I really want it in my hairline so that it looks more natural and not so like, you know, super pale scalp and then like super dark bronzer. Okay. I really like that bronzer. Okay, next thing I do is blush. I've been using this blush for a while. It doesn't even have, oh, here it is. It's by e.l.f. It's the Passion Pink Baked Blush. That's what the color looks like. And then I use an e.l.f. like little, is it called stipple brush? I don't know. It was like labeled as a blush brush, so just kind of dab that in there. And I just lightly go the top of my cheeks. And I blend it up all the way. I personally can't do any makeup without like a little bit of pink on my cheeks. I just think it looks nice and cute and like, you know, that emoji. Okay, that's enough for me. We're gonna go back to the eyes for a second. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. I've had this eyelash curler. It's by like maybe Revlon or something for like 6 years, I think. I really need to get a new one because it's kind of like actually a piece of crap. I do not use like actual like liquid liner. I'm not good at a wing liner. Every time I use liquid liner or like a black eyeliner pencil, I always screw it up. And I'll end up like starting like very small and get one perfect. Then I try to match this one and then it gets too thick. So then this one gets thicker and this one gets thicker, and before you know it, my whole face is like black. I have just been using like this angled brush, and I use the Wet n Wild palette, and I go into the darkest brown color. And sometimes I'll mix it in with like the black. So I'll do like this super dark brown or the black, kind of go in between. And I just kind of create my own little wing, like a tiny little wing. But mostly it's just to go like right at my lash line, to when I do put on mascara, to make them look like bolder and darker. So that's what I do. So let's do this already. Okay, next thing is I add the colors that I used, like that orangey light brown color. I add a mixture of those two colors, my lash line, like my bottom lash line. So the Puree and the Summer Yum, I'll just mix a little bit of the two, tap that off. And I use this brush here to kind of smoke it out a little bit. And then I will take let me find it, another e.l.f. brush, just like this flat brush here. I use it to take that brown color that I used for like the shadow to darken up the under eye. Then we will put on mascara. Right now I'm using the Revlon Ultra Volume. Next, I'm going to do some highlighter, baked highlighter and blush in rose gold. So I just use this brush here and just do a little bit of this. Go right here. I've used it so many times it still doesn't come off. So I'll just like rub my finger, because it really does come off on the finger. But on the brush, not so much, I don't know. So I'll just dab a little bit more on. Yeah, I feel like you can see that much better. I do a little bit on the nose, on my lip, top of my lip, Cupid's bow. And then I get this other brush by e.l.f., just a little tiny brush, and I do the top of my brows and the corner of my eyes. So I like really get in there. And then right here in the corner, you guys know all the highlight spots. Okay. And the last and final thing is makeup setting spray and a little bit of lipstick. As a liner, I'm using the NYX, like this really pretty pinky color. I'm kind of liking this. I want to do more of like this natural color, so I kind of blend, use a mixture of these two colors. Okay, so let's line the lips. And like blend it up, just a touch. I have really dry lips. I constantly put on like all these good lip balms, but nothing works. I always have dry lips. New Mexico is a really dry climate, so my skin and lips are always like cracking and dry, and it sucks. Now, let's do this lighter color, the Ferris Nude. And I don't like stroke it on, I just kind of tap. Okay, there we go. Finally, I think I say finally a lot in my videos. I use the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. I think we're done. So this is my makeup look if I'm like going out, if I'm gonna actually get ready. Yeah, here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and let me know what you thought of this type of video. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.